Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's Dave Bondy. Great to see all of you on this Thursday, January 29th, 2026. How you doing, everybody? It is continuing to be cold, extremely cold here in Michigan. And the one thing that is true um, is that it's cold. It's really getting into the part of Michigan in the winter now where it's depressing. I talked to my wife about this, where you just kind of want to huddle up and hibernate and come back out in May or June in Michigan. That's kind of what you want to do. You want to kind of come back out in May or June when everything is happening and just kind of forget about what's going on now. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? Where are you watching from? My name is Dave Bondy. I am an independent journalist here in Michigan, giving you the news and the information that you deserve. So it's great to hear from everyone. Love seeing all of you. Hello, Scott. How are you doing? Good to see you watching as well. I really appreciate it. Um, yeah, so let me check and see. We're supposed to be live on locals right now, but I'm not sure if that is working or not. I'm going to text my wife right now to see if she can see me on locals. Not sure if it's working, but I'm going to try to give it a shot here and see. We do not have a guest tonight because over the last week, I have been interviewing candidates for Michigan governor, and I've been working on those. Okay, you can see me on locals. That's good. Cool. So yeah, so far I've interviewed I've aired 3 candidates for Michigan governor: John James, Carla Wagner, and Ralph Rebant. Those are the 3 candidates that I've had interviews with. Tomorrow we are going to be airing Tom Leonard. Tom Leonard is a Republican candidate for Michigan governor. He will be airing tomorrow. So we will have him every day. I'm going to be having a new candidate on for Republican and Democrat governor in the state of Michigan, and you're going to be hearing from them. I'm trying also to reach out to those on the Democratic side and see what they say, see if they would love to be on the show. And if that's the case, I would love to do that. I've reached out to independent Mike Duggan as well, having discussions with him. And if you're watching right now on locals, I am not able to see your comments, so I apologize for that. Something's going on with my interface right here. But my wife is watching, so maybe she can help guide me with the comments. Everybody, maybe she can help guide me with the comments because I am not able to see any of your comments here on locals. But on Substack, if you're watching on Substack right now, thank you for being here. I can see all of you, but no one is commenting yet on Substack. And if you're watching on Rumble, hello, everyone on Rumble. Great to see you. And Scott on YouTube, I see you as well. So anyway, since I cannot see your comments on locals, I will just talk for a little while. We have no guest tonight. Like I said, we have no guest. But it's you got me. You got me for the next 25 minutes or whatever it is. And we're going to be talking about whatever you want to talk about. There was a situation that I wrote an article on my Substack and on my locals newsletter. It's very interesting. The Detroit News put out a story that said that can you see me at all? Oh, okay. My wife's going to give me her phone so I can read the comments. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Katie. Plant security was an issue. Oh, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Okay, cool. Scott says there has been what is it? An explosion in Washington County. Let's see here. Shelter in place countywide. Wow. Hydrogen peroxide explosion in Washington County, Pennsylvania. That breaking news coming out from my old stomping grounds in Washington County, PA. So that is just happening just a short time ago in Washington, Pennsylvania. I used to live in Pittsburgh area, and I covered Washington County for my 3 years. No, 5 years. I think I was there for 5 years. and I covered that part of Pittsburgh for a while. So I was a news reporter in Pittsburgh, and I worked for Channel 11 WPXI. You're looking at their coverage now. This is their website article that it came alive just a short time ago. Emergency crews have been called for reports of an explosion at a plant, Langloth Road in Smith Township. So I'm not sure what kind of plant. I'm sure, Scott, if you have any updates, you'll let me know. They have a big situation with Marcellus Shale. When I was there, they did a lot of drilling down there in Pennsylvania, and I don't know if that's what kind of plant this is, but we're going to get more information, and I'll come back with you as soon as we get more information on that as well. But let me bring up for you what I put on my Substack newsletter earlier today, a situation in Michigan. The Washtenaw County Sheriff. Hello, Jordan. How are you doing? You're going to find this story very interesting, Jordan. Let me bring this up on my screen right here. Jordan is watching from California, everybody. So let me bring this up on the screen. Hold on. What's the weather like where everyone is? Where I am, it's probably like 10 degrees. It's been that way for quite some time, and I'm sick of it. I'm ready to pick up the show and move to Florida, Alabama, somewhere like that. I know it's going to be getting cold. I heard that Tampa Bay could be getting snow. My wife told me that Tampa Bay could be getting snow. I think it was that. And that is crazy. That is wild. Okay, take a look at your screen right here. This is a headline from the some NPR in Michigan. ICE detains parents at school bus stop in Washington County. Heartbreaking, says the sheriff. So that headline, wow. ICE agents detained parents at a school bus. The problem is that's not true. It never happened. It's not true. So this was all over the media yesterday in Detroit. All of the TV stations ran with this story, and it turned out now today we're learning that it was a total lie. The sheriff, then Alicia Dwyer, she put out this note saying, I was able to have a conversation with ICE, and they confirmed they were in Washington County, but were not and will not do any enforcement on school grounds or school bus stops. So she caused a major panic yesterday. This headline was all over the media. But then today we learned she completely lied. Now, maybe she didn't lie, but maybe she lied because it wasn't true. Or maybe she thought it was true. So I'm not going to say she's lying. I apologize for that. But it turned out today that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case that ICE was detaining parents at school buses. Turned out not to be true. Well, why do I harp on this stuff so much? Because the media is not going to put this retraction out there everywhere like they did with the original story. Now, I will give credit to the Detroit News. They did. They put it on their homepage. They put it out there that the sheriff was making a big deal of this. The sheriff put it out there. She lied. Okay, lady, she lied. Mike Bouchard has really not spoken out about that at all. And actually, I talked to the Monroe County Sheriff. He is cooperating with ICE. He is using his jail to house illegal immigrants. So he's working with ICE agents in Monroe County, and some people don't like that. But he's working with them, and some won't. This sheriff in Washington County, Washtenaw County, Michigan, is not a big fan of ICE. Not a big fan at all. So anyway, I wanted to talk about that, about how the media can be kind of wrong at times, and that when they walk it back, they don't walk it back as much as they should, and make it a big deal. I remember, we mess up at times in the media. We do. We mess up at times. It happens. You need to call ourselves out. Lady is shy. Oakland County for life, says Jordan. Lady is shy. Here's my thing. If a man gets arrested with his children, they try to get to take the kids, he still gets arrested. Hey, Naomi. Naomi, what's up? How you doing, Naomi? Good to see you. Yeah, that's a big deal. So the situation in Minneapolis is calming down a little bit. Tom Homan, he has been in Minneapolis trying to calm things down, and it seems like it's gotten a little quieter. The guy who was there before, sorry, just monitoring that situation in Pittsburgh or Washington County, Pennsylvania. There has been a explosion at a chemical plant down in Washington County, Pennsylvania. I'll continue to keep an eye on that. We have Scott watching on our locals platform, who is keeping an eye on that situation right there. So for those of you who are joining us, I don't know if any of you have seen my interviews with any of the governor candidates lately. What do you think? So far, I've interviewed John James, Carla Wagner, Ralph Rebant, Tom Leonard, Mike Cox, Eric Nesbitt, and Anthony Hudson are still to come. I'm interviewing Anthony Hudson on Friday. We'll be turning that video around probably early next week. And just wanted to know what you thought of the candidates for governor that you are seeing on my air. I'm not giving my opinion because I am not giving my opinion on any candidates because I don't think that's appropriate to give my opinion, and I do not endorse any candidates whatsoever. I have reached out to Mike Duggan. I'm in talks with Mike Duggan's people to have him on for an interview. I'm also trying to get on Jocelyn Benson. I really doubt that is going to happen, but I will welcome her on, and I will be extremely respectful if she does come on to do an interview. I would love that. I would love to talk to her. Absolutely. So Jocelyn Benson spoke out today, saying that she is not. For those of you who don't know, the Trump administration, they would like to have the voter rolls. They would like to have the voter rolls of Michigan because they would like to investigate the 2020 election and what's going on. Well, Jocelyn Benson, she spoke out about that today. And she talked about the Macomb County clerk. Remember a couple of weeks ago, the Macomb County clerk said there were illegals that were voting in the election or that were on the voter rolls, that were in the jury pool. Well, today, Jocelyn Benson basically poo-pooed that, saying that's not really true. She's saying that this was political and that, the motives of that clerk should be brought into question. There she is on the screen right now, Jocelyn Benson. I want to play for you what she said today about President Trump and the administration wanting to take a look at the voter rolls of Michigan.
The truth is, this administration wants access to Michigan's and other states' voter rolls so that they can intimidate us and others, so they can make us afraid to vote. So this is our message to the administration. I will not stop fighting for our rights and for our neighbors. We will not stop fighting against every effort and lie that attempts to silence the voices and votes of the American people. And Mr. President, we ask you to work to ensure that if you truly care about election security, that you support election officials on the ground.
So that's Jocelyn Benson. She's saying that Trump, it's all about politics. She's trying to make things safer. So that's what she says. It'll be nice if she is able to come on my show. I would love to ask her more about it. Scott says, what did Trump sign today? I don't know what he signed today. He probably signed something today, but I have no idea. Nothing that I know of. President Trump has been very, very busy all the time, so I'm not sure. Did we just lose our signal?